I'm about to post my Iowa versus Oregon game preview, and towards the end of the video, I comment on, I wish I had said it earlier in the video, but on something I've commented on many times in the past already, which is I really wish that Iowa played Iowa State every other year. And maybe it's because I don't live in the state of Iowa, but I also think that it gives me a unique perspective and unbiased perspective on this matchup. Now, I fully understand what it does for the state. It probably brings in a lot of money. It's a good way for the state to stay connected. But that's why I'm saying I'm not against them playing at all. Like, I still do want them to play. But I just don't want them to continue playing every single year because Iowa State just gets so much more out of the rivalry than Iowa does in football, for that matter. You look at the two teams this year, and Iowa State is just on an absolute downward spiral. Now, obviously, Iowa State had a really strong year last year, but that's the anomaly, not the norm. You know, the exception does not make the rule, as it were. And I just would rather see Iowa play more interesting matchups, and as opposed to every year Iowa State being the one non-con Power 4, or I don't even know if they still call it Power 5, Power whatever it is, school that they play. You know, I would love to see them put a Georgia or an Alabama or a Notre Dame, or hell, I would even take, you know, the good old days of Iowa playing Arizona or Arizona State, or, you know, a Colorado. I don't even remember them playing Colorado, but you get the point. Pitt or Pittsburgh, or, you know, a school like that. Hell, what about a Florida State or something like that? Wouldn't that be interesting? Rather than every single year playing Iowa State. Now, you can make the case, well, Nolan, if you're making the point that Iowa State gets more out of the game than Iowa, then that means that Iowa would need to always play a really good non-Iowa State Power 4 level team, and that's fair. I would hope that Iowa would schedule a decent program, but that is kind of hard to find. I think in the end, what you're looking more for is creativity, variability, and if they are a decent team, then that's gravy. And every now and again, maybe throw an Alabama in there.